Hello, this is Michael Diamond, and you're watching Muscle Central. Okay, the topic of today's video is going to be, who is the greatest Mr. Olympia of all time? Now, that's a little difficult question to answer, because it all depends on what criteria you're going to use to base your judgment on. If you take it in purely physique standpoint, if you take all the Mr. Olympias in their prime and you put them on stage together, I don't think too many people would argue with Ronnie Coleman. Now, that's not really that fair to people like, say, Arnold. Back in Arnold's day and back during the time of Ronnie Coleman, the training, nutrition, supplementation, drug use has changed dramatically. And Arnold, in his prime, if you put him in that physique in today's era, he probably wouldn't even turn pro. But if you took Arnold and you transported him to that Arnold and transported him to the modern times with his mindset and his attitude, he would have taken his physique way beyond what you saw back in the 70s during his time. So, to judge it on if you judge it on purely a physique standpoint, it would be Ronnie Coleman. If you judge it on the quality and the depth of the competition that the Mr. Olympias faced, I don't think too many people would argue that the 90s was the most competitive era in bodybuilding. And if you judge it on that criteria, you'd have to lean towards Dorian Yates. Now, not saying that the quality of competition wasn't good in other eras, but during that time period, you had Sean Ray, Kevin Levrone, Flex Wheeler, Nasser El-Sambadi, the list goes on and on. Most people would agree that the depth of competition in the 90s was the greatest. So if you're going to make your judgment on the quality of competition, you'd have to lean towards Dorian Yates. Now, if you look at who had the greatest impact, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger brought bodybuilding into the mainstream. After Arnold Schwarzenegger, all these actors started getting, these male actors started getting into their working out and were more concerned about their physical appearance. Arnold brought bodybuilding into the mainstream media. First with the movie Pumping Iron, which got the attention of the mainstream, and then following that with his movie career. So if you pick your Greatest Mr. Olympia based on who had the biggest impact, without a doubt, you have to go with Arnold Schwarzenegger. So, to answer the question, who is the greatest Mr. Olympia of all time? You really can't answer that question. It all depends on what criteria you're going to use. Physique, dominance over quality competition, or the greatest impact. If you agree or disagree with what I've said, please let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share, and by all means, subscribe. This is Michael Diamond, and I'd like to thank you for watching Muscle Central.